Hello, everyone. My name is Michelle Theresia, and I'm from International Relations Batch 1017. I'm here to give a review on digital governance class, and I'm going to review a particular text by David Schulzberg and John Dryzek, which the article is titled Digital Democratic, Authentic, or Virtual. Okay, so this particular text tries to argue that citizens' participation in democracy is now given an easier access due to the existence of digital democracy. This particular text also tries to emphasize on the supportive role of non-political groups as the main subject of the argument. By using the example of environmental organization, this text further tries to dissect the difference between groups and isolated individuals. In this case, the isolated individuals are only being seen as sources of finance and numbers to impress politicians by doing only, adding their names in an electronic petition and or sending an email to a member of Congress. This is a quote directly from the article, which leads to the main argument of which I quote again, there are no interchange or opportunity for questioning means little reflection and little communicative competence, or as the author states, is the authenticity of digital democracy. While I do agree to some points on this text, in particular on how digital democracy lacks the opportunity for reflection and exchange of views, um, and to some extent, yes, it emphasized on the usage of groups as one of the factors in democracy. However, there are many points in this text that I disagree. The first point being from the sentence, by using them to solicit and organize comments or discussions that then get passed to agencies in a way that is controlled by critical democratic principles. This particular sentence is I found that it's actually contradictory to one another, because to deplete and or bypass comments or discussion is not entirely in the spirit of democracy and political participation. The foundation of democracy lies on sovereignty and autonomy, where people have um, the rights to exercise their freedom of speech, especially since the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. What makes it different from authoritarian is that in democracy we have what it's called the public space, in which public is the term that is used to define the space between the government and the people. This space is then being used to discuss issues that pertains to our collective life or concerns the people as the whole. And what makes it public is that it's not a fixed place or space, but it is about the interaction that happens in that particular space that concerns with the issue of collective. In this case, the public space is being used in a digital platform. And by bypassing or depleting comments is actually violating and breaching the people's freedom of rights and the public space itself. Furthermore, this action itself can be misused by the agencies, because by then the agencies could intentionally filter the comments from the people and purposely give the good comments only to the respective side, for example, to political parties. Um, and the second point is that the word controlled by critical democratic principles that is used to justify, solicit, and organize comments or discussion is very vague in a way that not only it is contradictory to the previous sentences, but also difficult to understand. What constitutes as democratic principles that can control comments or freedom of speech? To what extent will it control the comments? And are there these are the things that have not been touched upon by the authors. So we can see that it's kind of contradictory to one another, and how there are no limitations on how um, the process is going to be controlled. Yeah. And the third point is that what I found is that the text is heavily implies on the technology and digitalization will overcome the whole democratic system. This is pointed out by the how the author tries to argue that authenticity should be the basis in digital democracy, and the dominant value of the technology is efficiency rather than democracy. For me myself, I believe that digitalization and technology is only an extension and support of the democratic system. By using internet-based technology, it actually facilitates these individual actions by offering opportunities to express ideas, demands, and frustrations that are instantly accessible to everyone at practically no cost, therefore making technology more efficient and with less cost. It helps what now digital democracy actually offers. It helps process of democratizations, but not becoming the system itself, as what the writer was trying to say. And the fourth and last point that I disagree is that technology cannot be under control, because technology will keep evolving and is ever changing. Therefore, rather than making it under control, it should collaborate with technology itself. For example, to make digital democracy more authentic, it should have tried to disseminate information to the public more open and efficient that will lead to more participation from the people. This text also generalized individuals in which the authors only appeal to a certain percentage of society, where they only sign a petition and do nothing more to contribute to democracy, as what is being mentioned as isolated individuals. However, it may not be the case to most civil society. Clicking and signing petition is already a form of democracy. They're already trying to voice their opinions. It is actually one of the foundation of democracy. We cannot generalize all individuals to always be ready to voice out their opinions whenever the government needs it. Because people have lives, people have jobs, and people have other things to do. And by them already signing a petition, uh, is the only way that they can contribute by voicing their opinions. Um, it is actually these organizations or agencies that can advocate these voices. It is the group's main objective to be able to coordinate the actions and to coordinate their advocacies, and to effectively organize a large number of people that have the same aims and motivations. Therefore, the idea of isolated individuals does not hinder the process of democracy, but it is also part of the subjects of the dynamics of the digital democracy itself. So, in conclusion, the idea of authenticity in digital democracy cannot be forced upon every individuals in the world. It is within their individual rights to express their opinions in their own way. However, to increase the authenticity of digital democracy, as what the authors are trying to say, it could, by doing disseminating information more efficiently and to create a more established platform for public space to be able to make a more effective debate forum, and or by utilizing certain existing platforms and finding more creative ways to be able to include individuals to participate in the discussion. Yep, that is all from my review. I hope that you guys find it insightful enough or not. You guys can give comments. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.